Does that sound pretty good? I'll try a little verse of it and see. John Henry was a little baby boy, just sitting on his papa's knee. He picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel. Said, the hammer be the death of me, poor boy. The hammer be the death of me. John Henry had a loving little wife, and her name was Polly Ann. John Henry got sick and he had to go home. Polly drove steel like a man, Lord, Lord. It's Polly drove steel like a man. That sound out.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, you recorded it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
You recorded it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get ready.
I'll see, I'll just send.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of rough on the knees, sounds like.
Yeah. Right. First position. Okay, let's go. John Henry was a little baby boy, sitting on his papa's knee. He picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel. Says, the hammer be the death of me, poor boy. The hammer be the death of me. Oh, the man that made that old steam drill thought he had done something fine. While John Henry made his 14 feet, the steam drill only made 9, poor boy. The steam drill only made 9. John Henry had a loving little wife, and her name was Polly Ann. John Henry got sick and he had to go home. It's Polly drove steel like a man, poor boy. It's Polly drove steel like a man. They took John Henry to the White House, and they rolled him in the sand. 2 men from the east and a lady from
from the west. Come to see that coal steel driving man, Lord, Lord. Come to see that coal steel driving man. John Henry had a loving little wife, and the dress she wore was red. She went down the track and never did look back. So I'm going where John Henry fell dead, oh, oh. So I'm going where John Henry fell dead. Got a noisy coming by now.
Okay, whenever you're ready. Okay, I'm ready.
John Henry was a little baby boy, sitting on his papa's knee. He picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel. Said the hammer be the death of me, poor boy. The hammer be the death of me. John Henry said to his captain one day, Captain, you better pray, for if I miss that little piece of steel, tomorrow be your burying day, Lord, Lord. Tomorrow be your burying day. Oh, the man that made that old steam drill thought he had done something fine, while John Henry made his 14 feet. The steam drill only made 9. The steam drill only made 9. John Henry had a loving little wife, and her name was Polly. John Henry got sick and he had to go home. Polly drove steel like a man, poor boy. Polly drove steel like a man. Oh, they took John Henry to the White House, and they rolled him in the sand. 2 men from the east and a lady from the west come to see that cold steel dropping man, Lord, Lord. come to see that coach you driving man. John Henry had a loving little wife, and the dress she wore was red. She went down the track and never did look back. I'm going where my man fell dead, Lord, Lord. So I'm going where John Henry fell dead.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
You ready?
You ready to go? Yeah.
John Henry was a little baby boy, sitting on his papa's knee. He picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel. The hammer be the death of me, poor boy. The hammer be the death of me. John Henry said to his captain one day, "Captain, you better pray, for if I miss that little piece of steel, tomorrow be your burying day, Lord, Lord. Tomorrow be your burying day." Oh, the man that made that old steam drill thought he had done something fine. While John Henry made his 14 feet, the steam drill only made 9, poor boy. While the steam drill only made 9. John Henry had a loving little wife, and her name was Polly Ann. John Henry got sick and he had to go home. Miss Polly drove steel like a man, poor boy. Miss Polly drove steel like a man. John Henry had a loving little wife, and the dress she wore was red. She went down the track and never did look back. So I'm going where my man fell dead, Lord, Lord. So I'm going where John Henry fell dead. So they took John Henry to the White House, and they rolled him in the sand. 2 men from the east and a lady from the west come to see that that cold steel driving man, Lord, Lord. Come to see that cold steel driving man.
Need to get the machine up to speed, else. Okay. We're good.
Okay.
Do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
Okay. So we'll write it.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Time was on it.
Okay.
Is he coming?
Yeah, I think I am.
Shoot.
Oh, if you're coming, let's wait.
Well, we did. Let's just do another song while we got the tape and everything.
No, that's not good. Oh.
Yeah, that's not. never see them anymore. Straightway from old Wayne County to Pikes Peak I did go. I settled myself in Denver town for to ramble that country, oh. She was always on my mind. One day as I was traveling down by the country store, the mail had just arrived and the newsboy in the door. So he handed me a letter which I may understand that the girl I left in Wayne County got married to another man. Since my girl gone back on me, I'll never change my mind. I'll spend my days in rambling around since I got left behind.
Tell us about where you learned that song from. Look in the camera there and talk.
Well, my father taught me this song back in West Virginia when I was just a little boy, because where we lived, it was Wayne County, West Virginia. So I grew up there in the country, learned this song, and I got married in 1946, and I moved to Michigan.
Butter. We'll need a butter. Oops.
Wait. That's good. How did you happen to start to come out here to Michigan? I mean to Arizona.
Well, my wife, she had a inner ear problem, so they suggested that we come to Arizona where it was dry. And we didn't know anything about Arizona. So I sent her and my 11-year-old boy out here on a plane by themselves for her health, to see if it would really do some good, which it did. Did real good. So the wife still has the problem, but she can cope with it now better than she ever could.
You find folks out here were like people at home? You find lots of, southern folks out here to
Yes.
hobnob with?
When we got married, we moved to Michigan, and I lived there for 28 years. And I didn't find very many country folks. A matter of fact, maybe just a few, very few. Not like it was in Arizona. So for about 10 years, I did very little banjo playing at all.
But you found people here that you like
Well,
your stuff.
When I came to Arizona, of course, I brought the old banjo along just for my own entertainment, more so. Then I started to play for school. I went to work for the school in an elementary school. So I found out that the kids liked country music, mostly all of them. And I also blended with it some of the culture back in West Virginia where I grew up, like how to preserve foods, how we learned to grow stuff and preserve it for the winter time when nothing was growing. And I blended that along in with the education. Whenever the school teacher was ready for that part in their lesson, why I would go into their room and I would play the banjo for them and then talk about preserving food. Yeah, and that way they started to like it. I started doing more of it, so the words sort of got around, And then one day I met Mr. Griffith, Dr. Griffith from the Folklore Society, and he invited me to play. And from that I went to Tucson Meet Yourself. And while I was there at Tucson Meet Yourself, why, the newspaper got a hold of this story. They saw it there. So they came out and they gave me an interview and write up in the paper. And all the way through this, why, it seemed like the popularity of the banjo kind of picked up. Everybody liked it. And then had a concert with Wade Maynard and Julie down at the university. And while I was there, why, one of the gentlemen from Flagstaff gave me a record contract to record a LP record for them. So
anyway, people seem to like the banjo and your music out here.
yes, they did. I found that people here in Arizona, especially around Tucson, that really liked the country music, and I found a lot of people that played the fiddle, and so generally where there's a fiddle, there's always a banjo or two. And so I began to go into the old fiddlers contest and began to play with some of the fiddlers and just had a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it.
Good. Let's sing that same song again so we can shoot some different angles on it.
Okay.
Ready?
We did the John Henry, okay.
Yeah, it's all right. It was good. Blue Road Gambler.
Hold it. No, don't you hold it. I'm
Oh.
calling Nick, just have his hand on the banjo. It's not as good as having his hand in the wrist and the whole banjo head.
What?
The whole...
I'm just from my. Coming through, everything fine, huh? So when you say roll them out, good.
Let's go. Anytime, roll it. I don't like that shot. It's too low. Steady.
Okay.
Roll it.
With a deck of cards, lay my money down. Okay. Okay. I am a roving gambler, gamble down in town. Never me with a deck of cards, lay my money down. Lay my money down, lay my money down. Oh, I had not been in Washington, not many more weeks than 3, till fell in love with a pretty little girl, and she in love with me. She in love with me. She in love with me.
Banjo, chill out. Go.
I am a roving gambler, gamble down in town. Never me with a deck of cards, lay my money down. Lay my money down, lay my money down. Been in Washington not many more weeks than 3 till I fell in love with a pretty little girl and she in love with me. She in love with me, she in love with me. So to leave your kind old parents, with the gambler go, with the gambler go, with the gambler go. Oh mother, dear mother, I'll tell you if I can. If you ever see me a-coming again, I'll be with the gambler man. Be with the gambling man. Be with the gambling man. Oh, gamble down in Washington, gamble down in Spain. I'm going back to Georgia to gamble my last game. Gamble my last games, gamble my last game.
Let's do it over again right away and do it all in close-up. And listen, you should turn and look around you a little bit to your left. Folks are enjoying the thing, Nick. Okay. I think you better change your position so that you can shoot the audience in a way. Fried in oil, Bill. Can't you cheer up a little bit? Yes.
Yeah, I can. Maybe this one a little bit. I'll move around a little bit.
Go ahead.
You everybody ready to roll?
Yeah.
I am a roving gambler, gamble down in town. Whenever me with a deck of cards, lay my money down. Lay my money down, lay my money down. Not been in Washington not many more weeks than 3. Fell in love with a pretty little girl and she in love with me. She in love with me. It's she in love with me. Oh daughter, dear daughter, can you treat me so? To leave kind old parents, with gambler go. It's with the gambler go, with the gambler go. Oh mother, mother, dear mother, I'll tell you if I can. If you ever see me coming again, I'll be with the gambling man. Be with the gambling man. Be with the gambling man. Gamble down in Washington, gamble down in Spain. I'm going back to Georgia to gamble my last game. Gamble my last game, to gamble my last game.
Now tell us about that song. Stay in close, come back close, please. What do you think the story of that is, Bill?
It sounded like somebody was having trouble with a daughter who was going to do some rambling around with a gambler, do some roving, and it didn't go too well with the parents. But apparently it didn't make any difference to their love life. She was going to go anyway. According to the song, at least she was going to go with him.
That looked a lot better. You were much more cheered up that time.
Oh, thank you.
Let's do the Wayne County Girl just one more time with a little bit more pep than you. I mean, a little bit more cheerful than the other time. Can you get it back in the same tuning exactly?
Was it all right?
Yes, it was.
Okay. You want more?
Yeah. Take more part. We're going to do the same one again?
Yeah, because the we have to have that one okay, and the banjo was too loud on most of the other songs. Much. Could hear the words. That's the worst thing about banjos. You got to watch it. I think you should be in the position you were then, so we can take audience. Please.
I will. I couldn't get over that.
You know what? Don't look at the camera. Look at him while he's playing.
Grandpa. He likes to look at the camera.
Start it, will you? Start the roll, please, and start shooting the audience right now. Look at the ladies that you haven't seen to the left.
Pretty soon.
Play a good long introduction, will you, Bill? Go ahead.
So you want a great long introduction?
Yeah, play a good long introduction.
Yeah,
roll it.
Oh. My parents, they treated me kindly. They had no child but me. My mind being bent on rambling around with them, I couldn't agree. My mind being bent on rambling, it filled my heart with woe to leave my kind old parents and never see them anymore. Straightway from old Wayne County to Pikes Peak I did go. I settled myself in Denver, see, for to ramble that country, oh. Where work and money were treated me kind, but the girl I left in Wayne County, she was always on my mind. One day as I was walking down by the company store, the mail had just arrived and a newsboy in the door. So he handed me a letter which I should understand, that the girl I left in Wayne County got married to another man. Since my girl, she's gone back on me, I'll never change my mind. I'll spend my days in rambling around since I got left behind. One day as I was walking down by the company store, the mail had just arrived and a newsboy in the door. So he handed me a letter which I should understand, that the girl I left in Wayne County got married to another man. Since my girl, she's gone back on me, I'll never change my mind. I'll spend my days in rambling around since I got left behind.
Now sing the last dance again and be an extreme close-up on that, will you?
On
Wayne.
Want me to sing it?
On Wayne, please. A little different angle maybe you could get or something, and sing the last two stanzas again.
Okay. See who. One day as I was walking down by the company store, the mail had just arrived and a newsboy in the door. So he handed me a letter which I should understand, that the girl I left in Wayne County got married to another man. Since my girl gone back on me, I'll never change my mind. I'll spend my days in rambling around since I got left behind.
Can you go and do John Henry now? Just stay right where you are. Everything's fine.
Yeah, I'll have to do a little retuning.
You know, they didn't have the right balance in the... How was John Henry? Could you hear the words?
Yes.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Because the banjo is way much better now, right?
It's about the same mix. Are you going to edit John Brown into what we already shot? You're not going to edit that into what we already shot. You're in different spots. Only two different shots. You have to redo John Brown, totally.
Here's where he is from here.
Well, he also had glasses on.
This is a practice shot. Coming through pretty good? Yeah?
Right arm.
Wait, please.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
John Henry was a little baby boy sitting on his papa's knee. He picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel. Said the hammer be the death of me, poor boy. The hammer be the death of me. The man that made that old steam drill thought he had done something fine. While John Henry made his 14 feet, the steam drill only made 9, poor boy. While the steam drill only made 9. To his captain one day, Captain, you better pray, for if I miss that little piece of steel, tomorrow be your burying day, Lord, Lord. Tomorrow be your burying day.
Cheer up, Bill.
John Henry had a loving little wife, and her name was Polly Ann. John Henry got sick and he had to go home. It's Polly drove steel like a man, Lord, Lord. It's Polly drove steel like a man. Wait till everything quiets down, I guess. Okay. John Henry had a loving little wife, and her name was Polly Ann. John Henry got sick and he had to go home. Polly drove steel like a man, Lord, Lord. It's Polly drove steel like a man. John Henry said to his captain one day, Captain, you better pray, for if I miss that little piece of steel, tomorrow be your burying day, Lord, Lord. Be careful, man. As tomorrow be your burying day. John Henry had a loving little wife, and the dress
she wore was red. She went down the track and never to look back. So I'm going where my man fell dead, Lord, Lord. So I'm going where John Henry fell dead.
Change your angle to the front, will you please?
So they took John Henry to the White House, and they rolled him in the sand. Two men from the east and a lady from the west come to see that cold steel driving man, Lord, Lord. Come see that cold steel driving man.
Stanza again, please, Bill, and close up.
Oh, okay.
We're fine then. Don't keep them waiting too long. In first, please, and close up.
Okay.
Loud enough, Bill, like the 20 stanza. Look at the camera.
So they took John Henry to the White House, and they rolled him in the sand. Two men from the east and a lady from the west come see that cold steel driving man, Lord, Lord. Come see that cold steel driving man.
From your state, don't it, Bill?
Yes, it does. I understand that.
Look at the camera, please.
I understand that he was buried in West Virginia. So they tell me he was actually belonged to West Virginia. Some said Kentucky, but they told me it was West Virginia. So I'll agree with that.
Didn't somebody say they'd show you his grave?
Yes. One time I was at a yard sale and a swap meet, and we was looking for antique stuff in West Virginia. I don't remember how the conversation come about, but something about John Henry. And he told me, he said, I can take you and show you where John Henry was buried. And, well, he looked rougher than I did, and I didn't argue with him, so I believe him.
Look at your audience. Quick. Audience.
It's about all gone now. Okay.
I think that's what we can do
Okay.
today.
All right.
Unity.